Hello students. Student, in the last class just we have to discuss about the some practical problems related to the union and intersection operations, where basically some of the formula we have to discuss, and where generally student we are seeing the basic two type of formula, that is number of element in A union B, and that should be written as number of element in A plus number of element in B minus number of element in A intersection B. We have to discuss this formula, as well as another formula that should be related for the three sets A union B union C, and that formula is to be written like this: number of element in A plus number of element in B plus number of element in C minus number of element in A intersection B minus B intersection C minus A intersection C, and plus number of element in A intersection B intersection C. So these type of formula, student, we have to just discuss in the last class, where with the help of Venn diagram or with the help of some kind of basic part of the Venn diagram or number of elements, you can just describe the two type of formulas. Is it to be clear? So these are to be somewhere used in the some kind of practical problems. So today, student, we will just simplify the NCERT exercise 1.6 that should be related with these two type of formulas, as well as we will also draw the sum of Venn diagrams. Is it to be clear? So we will start the exercise 1.6, where each and every question you can see carefully. You have to just see the language, how the particular kind of language is to be given, and how we will simplify the each and everything that should be given. Is it to be clear? So student, we will take the very first question from your NCERT of exercise 1.6. So you can see the question here. In this very first question, if x and y are the two sets where the number of element in x is to be given as 17, number of element in y is to be given as 23, and number of element in x union y is to be given as 38, then easy question is to be there, and just we have to calculate the number of element in x intersection y. Is that to be clear? So in this case, student, only we have to apply the basic formula of union of two sets, because in the union of two sets, n of A union B, we have to write n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Here n of x is to be given as 17, n of y is to be given as 23, and n of x union y is to be given as 38. So we will simplify this question in a very systematic way. In this very first question, there are two finite set x and y, where number of element in x, number of element in y, number of element in x union y. Is it to be clear? All these things are to be given, and just we have to calculate the n of x intersection y. Is it to be clear? So basically, what should be given? We have to just check the part that should be given the question: 17, 23 and 38. 17, 23 and 38, you can just check in the question. This is 17, this is 23, and this is 38. So this is 17, this is 23, and this is 38, and in this part just we have to calculate the answer. So student, you can just apply the formula, and the formula is x of union y equals to number of element in x plus number of element in y minus number of element in x intersection y. So now student, you can just check the value. This is given as 38. Here you can see this particular part n of x is to be given as 17, this particular part y is to be given as 23, and this particular part is to be get calculated here x intersection y. Is it to be clear? So you can just add both the parts. So 17 plus 23, so this part will become 40, and you can say that if 40 will get subtracted here, then minus 2 and minus will be plus. So n of x intersection y has the total number of element as 2. Is it to be clear? Student, this answer is to be very simple, but you can just you know about the basic formula. Now this particular data will be also represented by with the help of Venn diagram also. So you can make the Venn diagram. Suppose this is the set x, this is the set y. So basically we have to say that this x intersection y, so this common part has the two element. This particular common part has the two element. Now you can just see the answer of only x. So number of element in x minus y, you can say that means only x. So total number of element will be 17. Here 2 will be already there, then 15 you can write. So this particular part has the answer as 15. Here n of y minus x means only the element of set y. Then total number of element in y is 23. Here 2 will be there, then you can write here 21. So basically the 21 element are to be there. Now you can just check whether a total element will be equals to 38 or not. So easily you can just add each and every data that should be mentioned in this Venn diagram. So 15 plus 2 will be 17, 17 plus 21 will be 38, and the total number of data in x union y is to be given as 38. So you can just make the proper data in the Venn diagram also, means you can just manage the things, and these things are to be, suppose sometime in only x it is to be asked, in only y it is to be asked, then these type of Venn diagrams are to be very important for us. So student, in this very first question, a very simple thing is to be asked, only the formula is very important. If you know very well about the formula of A union B, then you can just simplify the answer. Is it to be clear? So student, we will take the next question. Before that, pause the video to note it down. Then we will start the next question number 2. So first of all, we will read the question number 2. In this question number 2, again, you can see here, if x and y are two sets, x and y are two sets, again x union y has 18 elements, means the number of element in x union y is to be given as 18. Similarly, the x has 8 elements and y has 15 elements. How many elements does x intersection y have? So easily student, you can again use the basic formula that should be related to the x union y, as we have to done use of this formula is to be done in the question number 1 also. So according to the formula, what should be given? X union y has the 18 element, x has the 8 element, and y has 15 element. Is it to be clear? And we have to just calculate the how many elements does x intersection y. So easily you can say that answer of this question, if we have to calculate here, then this question number 2 of NCERT exercise 1.6 will, again there are two sets, x and y are two finite set, x and y are two finite set are to be given, where number of element in x will be given as 8, number of element in y is to be given as 15, and number of element in x intersection or x union y, this is to be given as 18. And again student, we have to just calculate the number of element in x intersection y. Is it to be clear? So again the similar type of question is to be there, you can just provide the answer. So we can use the formula of x union y. So the formula of x union y will be equals to number of element in x plus number of element in y minus number of element in x intersection y. So easily this particular part is to be given as 18, here this is given as 8, here this is given as 15, and this thing is to be get asked. Is it to be clear? So this 8 plus 15, so 8 plus 15 will be 23. So 18 will be equals to 23 minus number of element in x intersection y. So easily you can just provide the answer of n x intersection y, that is 5. Is it to be clear? So if we have to plot these data with the help of Venn diagram, then again you can make the Venn diagram. This is the set x, this is the set y. Is it to be clear? So in this intersection part, how many elements are to be there? So the number of element in this intersection will be 5. Now in only x, so only x can be written as x minus y. So this meaning only x, only the elements of x, you can say that only the elements of x. So the total number of element in x will be equals to 8. So this particular part has the number of element as 3 here. Similarly, in this particular part, n of y minus x, n of y minus x, it means you can say that number of element in only set y. So in the set y, you can just check the number of element in y will be equals to 15. So only y does contain the 10 elements, because total will be equals to 15. So this part will equals to 15. Now you can just check all the elements, whole elements will be equals to 18 or not. So easily student you can just add each and every part, and you will obtain the total number of element equals to 18 or not. You can just check here. So this 3 plus 5 plus 10. So 3 plus 5 will be 8, 8 plus 10 will be equals to 18. So easily you will get the answer of this particular part as 18, and you can just verify the things. Is it to be clear? So again the question number 2 will be based on the purely data. If you have to know about the particular formula of union, then easily you can just simplify the answer. Is it to be clear? So student, we will take the next question, but before that pause the video to note it down. Then we will take the next question number 3. You can just see the question number 3. In this question number 3, a particular kind of language is to be written where in a group of 400 people, in a group of 400 people means total number of persons will be equals to 400. 250 can speak Hindi and 200 can speak English. Means there are two kinds of language, Hindi and English. Means 250 can speak Hindi and 200 can English. Then how many people can speak English and Hindi both? Means definitely student, again the question will be of what type problem is to be there, but you can just convert the question into the data format where you can just make the sets, two sets. First of all, one of the set named as H, which will represent the number of people who speak Hindi, and another set E you can make number of people who can speak English. There are two sets H and E you can make, and according to that you can just simplify the answer. So we will take this question number 3 here. So in question number 3, let H be the set of people who speak Hindi, and E be the set of people who speak English. Is it to be clear? So basically in this particular question, student, there are two sets we have to assume, H and E. H means who speak Hindi and E means who speak English. Now the question will be there. Now student, total number of people who speak Hindi will be given as 250 here according to the question. Number of people who speak English will be given as 200, and total number of persons, total means not H union E. So this will be the total number of persons. So basically in this particular kind of question, we have to just calculate the person who speak both Hindi and English. So just we have to find H intersection E, and this is to be obtained here, and it is to be given as total number of, you can just see the total number of persons, total number of people will be given as 400. So you can just plot a Venn diagram to understand the basic meaning of this particular given question. So this total U will be equals to 400 here. So we have to make the two sets like H and E. So this will represent the Hindi people, and this will represent the people who speak the English. Is that to be clear? So the common thing, suppose this common part is to be taken as X. Let number of people in H intersection E will be taken as X. Is it to be clear? Now only Hindi or only English. So student, now you can say that this particular section will be represented as H minus E. So this H minus E will be given as 250 minus X. This will be represented as 250 minus X, and here you can just see this part. So this is N of E minus H. So E minus H will become 200 minus X. Is it to be clear? Now according to the question, student, basically you can just see one more important part. Total number of person who speak Hindi will be 250, total number of person who speak English will be 200. So if we have to add both the part, then 250 plus 200, so this will become 450. But in this question, total number of person will be 400. So you can just imagine one thing, student, total number of person will be 400, and here total number of persons will become 450. So there are 50 persons are to be there, means the total number of 50 persons are to be there who speak both the language. That's why both are to be counted in the case of Hindi and English both. Is it to be clear? So student, here easily you can say that the value of x will be equals to 50, means who speak both, these are the person who speak both Hindi and English, who speak both Hindi and English. Is it to be clear? So easily with the help of Venn diagram you can understand this answer x equals to 50, or you can use the formula also. So in the case of formula you can just take the value of n of h union e will be equals to you can take h of h union e will be equals to 400. Then after you can just calculate the the value of x is to be obtained, then it is automatically should be 50. So you can use the formula, otherwise you can just understand the meaning with the help of Venn diagram. Now student, in this question only just we have to find the number of people who speak who speak both the Hindi and English, then the answer of this question will be obtained as 50. Suppose this answer is to be obtained h minus e, this answer h minus e is to be obtained, then it will be 250 minus 50, so the answer will become as 200. And suppose this answer is to be obtained, then it will become 200 minus 50, that should become 150. Is it to be clear? Means only English then 150, only Hindi then 200, and both Hindi and English then it will be 50. So if we will arrange the data, then it will become 200, this particular part has 50 and this particular part will be 150. Now the sum of these all parts will become 400 or not, you can check. So definitely student, the sum of all these parts will become the 400. So in this manner you can just take the help of Venn diagram, where any of the Venn diagram will specify the each and every part separately. So according to the question given, we have to just provide the answer. Is it to be clear? So I think the Venn diagram, and we are not using the formula, you can use the formula also, but the Venn diagram is the most important part. You can use this Venn diagram to simplify such type of questions. Is it to be clear? And it is a easier approach also in spite of the formula. You can use the formula also, no problem. After getting the formula you will get the same answer, but you can just use this Venn diagram for the appropriate manner of understanding the things. Is it to be clear? So student, we will take the next question 4, but before that pause the video to note down the answer, then we will take the next question number 4. So we will see the question number 4. Again the question number 4 you can see here, if S and T are the two sets, there are two types of sets named as S and T. Here the S has the 21 elements and T has the 32 elements, and S intersection T will have the 11 elements. How many elements does has S union T? Again student, the question will be data based question is to be there, no particular kind of different and difficult language is to be given. Only there are two sets S and T are to be given, where S has the 21 element and T has the 32 element, and their intersection will also have the 11 element. Is it to be clear? So we have to find the number of elements in S union T. So we will just see the answer of question number 4. So in this question number 4, it is to be given that number of element in S, one set is S given, another set is T given, another set is this is 21, this is 32, and this is S intersection T, intersection has the 11 elements. Then we have to just calculate the number of element in S union T. This thing is to be get asked here. So no problem, easily student, n of S union T, then the answer will be given like this: number of element in S plus number of element in T minus number of element in S intersection T. A very systematic formula you can apply here, because the question will be always based on the particular formula. So this n of S will be given as 21, this n of T will be given as 32, and this particular part is to be given as 11. So you can just add both the part first of all, then this will be 53 and 53 minus 11. Is it to be clear? So 53 minus 11 will become 42. Is it to be clear? So a very basic question is to be there, only just we have to calculate the answer, and you can just simplify the answer with the help of Venn diagram. So there are two sets we have to make. This is S, this is T. So the intersection has the 11 element. Total element will be 21 in S. So the remaining element means 21 minus 11. So you can say that the 10 element will contain only NS minus T. You can say that means N of S minus T is to be there. Then the number of element will be 10. Here you can say that number of element in only T. So T minus S. So the total number of element will be 32. 32 minus 11 will be 21. So this particular part has the answer 21. Now you can just check how the total number of elements will be there. So this will be 21, 21 plus 21 will be 42, and you can just obtain the answer here always 42. So you can just make the Venn diagram, because the Venn diagrams will tell the direct answer without any of the kind of the formula, but we have to use the proper value of each and every part, whatever is to be given and whatever we have to draw in the Venn diagram. Is it to be clear? So student, next question number 5 we will take. Before that, pause the video to note it down. Then next question number 5 we will see here. So in this question number 5 basically again the question has X and Y are two sets such that X has 40 element, union has 60 element, as intersection has 10 element. How many elements does Y have? Again the question will be very simple. Only the things, sometime X union Y is to be asked, sometime their intersection is to be get asked, sometime the only number of element in Y or number of element in S is to ask. So again student, in a particular formula either of the part can be given or either of the part will be asked to you. So there should be no problem. So again there are two sets and there are two finite sets where X has the 40 element, union has the 60 element, and intersection has the 10 element. Is it to be clear? So you can just see the solution of this question number 5. Then again in this question number 5, X and Y are the two finite sets where number of element in X will be equals to 40, number of element in X union Y will be equals to 60, number of element in their intersection will be equals to 10, and just we have to calculate the number of element in set Y. This is the question. Is it to be clear? So again you can use the formula of X union Y. So this will be written as N of X plus N of Y minus N of X intersection Y. Is it to be clear? Next you can use the values here. So this is 60, here this is 40, this is to be get asked, and here this particular part is to be obtained as minus 10. So 40 minus 10 will be 30, 30 will become in this side, then number of element in Y will be obtained as 30. So this should be direct answer, and with the help of Venn diagram you can just calculate the answer also. So in the Venn diagram just we have to make the two sets X and Y. So this will represent X, this will represent Y, and this is the universal set. So the common elements in X and Y will be obtained as 10. So this particular value part will give the answer as 10. Now union number of element in Y, X. So this total part has the value 40. So this only part of number of element in X minus Y will be equals to 30. And here number of element in X intersection Y is already given as 30. And here the answer, in the answer part you can just check, here the 30 elements are to be obtained in Y, then this particular part has the value 20. So the number of element in Y minus X, you can say that this will be obtained as 20. Now you can add the each and every part. This particular addition will be either obtained as 60 or not, because X union Y is to be given as 60. So if we are getting the total of 60, then it is to be correct. So this 30 plus 10 plus 20, so this will become 40, and 40 plus 20 will be 60. So 60 will be the total element is to be given. So the data you can just verify, and what should be the given. So each and every data you have to just verify with the help of Venn diagram here. So again the question number 5 is not much more of the conceptual question, only the data based questions, and only we have to use the basic formula. Definitely you will get the answer. Is it to be clear? So student, next question number 6 we will take, but before that pause the video to note it down the answer. Then next question number 6 we are taking. So in this question number 6 you can just see the language. Basically in this question number 6, in a group of 70 people, 37 like coffee, 52 like tea. Means there are two type of products, tea and coffee. that should be liked by the people, means total persons are to be given as 70, where 37 like coffee and 52 like tea, and each person like at least one of the two drinks. This line is the very important. This line says that every person likes either drinks, either of the drinks, means the union part has the value as 70, means there are two sets. Suppose one is for the tea and one is for the coffee, then their union has the value as 70. How many people like both the coffee and tea? This question is to be asked here, so no problem. So easily student 70 persons are to be there, 37 like coffee and 52 like tea. Is that to be clear? So you can just see the question number 6 here. So in this question number 6, let C be the set. C be the set of persons who likes coffee. Who likes coffee? Is it to be clear? And capital of T be the set of persons who likes tea. Then according to question, number of C union T, total number of persons are to be given as 70. Here number of persons who likes coffee is to be given as 37. Number of people who likes tea, it is to be given as 52. Then we have to just find the C intersection T. This thing is to be asked here. So easily student, you can just provide the answer, because you know very well C union T will be written like this: n of C plus n of T minus n of C intersection T. So this particular part union has the value 70. This n of C will be has the value 37. This particular T has the value 52 and minus n of C intersection T. So easily just we have to do the calculation. Then 37 plus 52, so it will be 89. So 89 is to be subtracted from 70. Then n of C intersection T will be obtained as 19. Is it to be clear? So this is the answer of this question. Means there are 19 persons are to be there who likes both tea and coffee. So you can just make the Venn diagram to verify the given result. Here we have to make the two sets, that should be coffee and tea. Now the total common persons who likes coffee and tea are to be 19, so we will write here 19. Next we have to see the total number of persons who like coffee, then 37. So you can just write the answer of n of C minus T. So only coffee. So total number of persons are 37. So you can say that 18 persons are to be there which likes only coffee. Is it to be clear? Next, only tea. So this will be represented as T minus C. So total number of persons who likes tea will be 52, and here 19 will be common. 19 will be common. So you can say that the 33 persons. You can say that 33 persons are to be there who likes only the tea. So this will be equals to 33. Is it to be clear? Now the student, we have to count the total number of persons, that should become 70 or not. You can just add the each and every data. So 18 plus 19 plus 33. So 8 plus 9, 17, 20, carry will be 2. This 3 plus 1, 4 plus 5, 2, 7. So basically the addition of 18, 19 and 33 will become 70. So you can just make the correct data here, and there should be no problem is to be there regarding to each and every case. So easily you can just make the Venn diagram, and according to that, suppose sometime only coffee, only tea, these type of persons are to be asked, then you can just provide the answer with the help of this Venn diagram. Is it to be clear? So student, these practical problems are the some basic problems, that where how the problems manufacturation of the problem is to be there, how we will manipulate the data, and how we will simplify these data in a very systematic way. These things generally we have to see in these questions. Is it to be clear? So next question number 7 we will take, student, but before that pause the video to note down the answer of this question number 6. Next question number 7 we will take here. You can just see the question number 7 here. So in question number 7, again you can see in a group of 65 peoples, again the group of 65 peoples are to be there. 40 likes cricket and 10 likes both cricket and tennis. There are two types of games, cricket and tennis. So we have to make one set as who likes cricket, and one we have to make one set who likes tennis. Now how many like tennis only and not cricket? How many like tennis? There are two questions. Only tennis, this question is to be asked here. We have to just find the number of person who likes tennis only, not cricket. And generally we have to find the answer of this question also. How many like tennis? Total number of tennis players. Is it to be clear? So in a group, total number of persons are 65, out of which 40 likes cricket and 10 likes both cricket and tennis. Is it to be clear? So we will take the question number 7. So question number 7. In this question number 7, let C be the set. C be the set who play or who likes who play cricket, and capital of T be the set of person who play tennis. Is it to be clear? Now according to the question, student, total number of persons means C union T, that should be given as 65, as well as it is to be also given number of person who play cricket will be 40, as well as both play cricket and tennis means C intersection T will be given as 10. Now student, you can say that this particular thing is to be asked, as well as this is to be always asked. T minus C means there are two questions are to be asked in this particular part. Only the person who likes tennis or who play tennis is to be represented by number of persons of T minus C means number of persons who play tennis only, who likes tennis only. Is it to be clear? So these type of questions, two questions are to be asked. So in the very first part, student, we will use the formula of C union T, that should be N of C plus N of T minus N of C intersection T. Next, you can just put the value here. This is 65, here this is 40, and here this is to be get calculated, and after that we will write here 10. So this 40 minus 10 will be 30. 30 is to be get subtracted from here. Then the number of person who likes tennis is equals to 35. So the answer of this question number 2, question number 1 will be 35. Now student, we will make the Venn diagram to get the answer of second part, where we have to make the two sets again. One is for the person who like tennis, and one is for the who likes cricket, named as C and T. So the common persons we will write here 10. Then after the total number of persons who likes cricket, there is 40. So this particular part has the value of 30. So you can say that number of persons who likes cricket only. So this is represented by N of C minus T, and the answer will be written as 30. Next student, the number of persons who like tennis only. So in the case of tennis, you will obtain the total persons will be equals to 35. So 35 will be there, then the value of this part of only 25. So T minus C. So this is the answer of this question number second, that should be equals to 25. So both the answers are to be represented as only cricket and only tennis. But in this question, we have to just ask this question only. T minus C means the persons who likes only tennis, that should be equals to 25. Is that to be clear? So easy question is to be there, student. As per the Venn diagram you can draw, and you can just simplify by using the formula also. So either of the part you can just, I am just telling the each and every answer with the help of formula as well as with the help of Venn diagram. You can use either of the approach in the examination, there should be no problem. Is that to be clear? So student, next question we will take of this exercise 1.6. Before that, pause the video to note it down the answer of question number 7. So next question number 8 we are taking. In this question number 8, last question of this exercise, that should be given as in a committee of 50, 50 people speak French, 20 speak Spanish, and 10 speak both both means Spanish and French. How many speak at least one of these two languages? In this question, what should be the meaning of this particular word at least? How many speak at least one of these two languages? So student, at least will always specify the union operation between the sets. Is it to be clear? So in this particular question, there are two type of language. One is the French, another one is known as the Spanish. So 50 people speak French, after that 20 speak the Spanish and 10 speak both. Is it to be clear? And we have to just given the n of s. Suppose the French is to be taken as set f, so n of f will be given as 50, and Spanish, suppose we will take another set s for the Spanish, that should be given as 20, means n of s will be given as 20, and both means s intersection f will be given as 10. Then we have to calculate the s union f. So we will take the question number 8 here. So in this question number 8, first of all, let capital F be the set of persons who speak French. Is it to be clear? And the second language is Spanish. So capital S be the set of persons who speak Spanish. There are two languages. Now, according to the question, it is to be given as n of f equals to 50, n of s will become equals to 20, and n of s intersection f will be given as 10. These data are to be given, and just we have to calculate the s union f. This thing is to be asked here. A very systematic and easier part is to be there. So in this part, student, we have to apply the formula s union f. Then it is to be written as n of s plus n of f minus n of s intersection f. So easily you can just substitute each and every value. So this will be 20, this will be 50, and this will be 10. So the answer will be obtained as 60, because this is 70 minus 10 will be 60 here, no problem. So a very common thing is to be asked here, but we have to understand the meaning of at least word. At least means we have to include the minimum to maximum criteria, means we have to include all the things, means Spanish and French both. So if we have to make the Venn diagram for this part, then you can just see the thing. This is the French and this is the Spanish. So basically, student, here only Spanish or only French will be represented by this part, and you can see that only Spanish will be represented by this part. Is it to be clear? So the common persons are to be written here 10. Total number of persons who likes French, then 50, then the value of this part will be 40. So the answer of this f minus s will be equals to 40. And here next part is you can say that this is 20, then this is 10. So you can say that this answer will be obtained as 10. Is it to be clear? So student, in each and every question, just we have to do the verification with the help of Venn diagram. Means if anyone else asks about the total number of persons are to be there, then we can add each and every part. So 40 plus 10 plus 10 means total number of persons will be equals to 60 here. Is it to be clear? So this question is to be generally asked where. So you can just verify the answer here. 60 will be there, and the total number of persons will be 60 is to be obtained by using the Venn diagram. So in this exercise, some kind of basic practical problems are to be there. So student, each and every question we have to discuss of this exercise 1.6. You can just simplify the questions in a very systematic manner, and there are two types of process you can use to solve the question, either Venn diagram or either the particular formula used in the particular question. But before that, we have to understand the meaning of each and every given data, and we have to understand the meaning of question. After that, definitely you will find the proper answer, and a proper answer is to be obtained only in the first time. Is it to be clear? And that should be the very important for our examination point of view also. Is it to be clear? So student, this chapter has the theory part and as well as the exercise part will be completed now. Now the very important exercise related to the very first chapter, miscellaneous exercise, where student all the concept previously we have to read, we have to use in that exercise, and we will solve that exercise. Each and every question we will discuss of that exercise, because all the miscellaneous kind of things are to be given. So in from that exercise generally the questions are to be asked in examination also. So we have to keep in mind the concept previously we have to discuss, and we will use them to solve the miscellaneous exercise. So from the next video, just we will start the miscellaneous exercise, and we will simplify the exercise in a very systematic manner, so that again student you will revise each and every concept we have to discuss in the previous theory part. After that this particular chapter will be get finished, and definitely student you can feel a very important thing, that this chapter is to be the very easy, but this will be easy when the things are to be known to you, because if we are not knowing any kind of definition of subset, complementary set, union, intersection, then this particular chapter does not help in either of the part. But we have to know the each and every kind of operations, and we have to know the meaning of each and every given things, and the some different terminology we have to use in this set. So these terminologies we have to identify, then definitely you can just able to find the answer of each and every part. And this particular chapter will be used in entire calculus, again I am saying, because when we have to start the next chapter, relation and function, then again the sets theory will be used. Is it to be clear? So in mathematics generally this particular chapter will be used many of the times in class 11th as well as 12th, and as well as in the competitive part also. Is it to be clear? So this is the very important section of this sets theory we have to discuss here. Each and every question of each and every exercise we have to discuss. So you can just simplify the questions again and again, so that the confusion will be no confusion will be there, and easily you can just obtain the answer of each and every part. Is it to be clear? So student, in this video we have to simplify the exercise 1.6, last exercise of this particular chapter number 1. Now we will start from the next video, that should be a very important section of miscellaneous exercise, where all the kind of questions are to be given, miscellaneous type of questions are to be given, and we will simplify these questions one by one. So thank you student. Again you will simplify the exercise 1.6 by yourself and note it down the each and every answer carefully. So thank you. We will meet in the next video with the miscellaneous exercise. Thank you.